Using Choose My Plate as a guide through the grocery store, our next step is the protein foods. Protein foods include such foods as beef, chicken, pork, fish, and seafood, turkey, as well as beans and peas. Beans and peas such as lentils, split peas, kidney beans, etc. Also are in the vegetable group, but they are a really good source of protein. Protein is a necessary nutrient, and we can get protein foods as fresh foods, as frozen foods, as dried and canned foods, and also in prepared foods. So we'll start off first with talking about portions. The average person needs about 6 ounces of protein a day. 6 ounces is the equivalent of 2 decks of cards, or the palm of your hand is the size of one portion. So one thing, people always seem to overdo protein, the idea of having more protein as being better. It's really one of those things, when you look at the plate, a quarter of your plate should be filled with a protein food. When you're shopping for protein foods, you're looking for foods that are lean and lower in fat. One of the most common things that people eat is ground meat. It's one of those foods that's quick, it's easy, and it's affordable. Now, making a choice between the levels of fat in ground meat can be very significant. Now, I started with an average low-cost package of ground beef. This beef is 73% lean, and then the remainder part being fat. When you look at the label on this particular product, the amount of fat in this product is 30 grams per portion. Now, that's kind of a high amount. You can go down to leaner levels of beef, like an 80% lean, a 93% lean, whether it's sirloin or ground round, you're getting lesser fat in some of those leaner cuts. But there's still fat added. So when you start to look at beef, you want to look at the ones that have less fat. But another option is to look at ground turkey. Now, all ground turkey is not equal. We have ground turkey here that is, this is 2 types. This ground turkey has 85% lean. And the amount of fat in here is 17 grams of fat. But then when you go to the next level, 93% lean, the portion of turkey, again looking at your nutrition facts panel, is only 8 grams of fat. So when you're looking at what you're choosing, the type of ground meat that you're looking for, or ground turkey that you're looking for, choose the kind with lesser amounts of fat. And that can be determined by looking at your nutrition facts panel. The other thing with the ground products, if there's added seasonings, generally the seasonings include some additional sodium. So it's really important to look at what you're getting with those seasonings. Now, one of the things that people, sausages are made of ground kinds of meat. We have ground turkey, we have ground pork sausage. So I'll start with this. This is an Italian sausage. This Italian sausage is not a lean meat. And this Italian sausage has 12 grams of protein, or 12 grams of added fat in that particular portion. When you look at your ground turkey sausage, now this is white turkey, and if you anything about turkey, we have dark meat and we have white meat. So when you look at the white meat, it's leaner, just the same when you're eating turkey breasts versus having ground turkey. So this particular turkey sausage, again, looking at your nutrition facts panel, it has 10 grams of fat, so it is less, but it does have, all of the sausages have to be seasoned for the taste as well as a preservative. So this particular sausage has 750 milligrams of sodium, which is about half of the sodium that an average person needs a day. So if you were to use your ground turkey and season it like a sausage without the added sodium or sodium flavorings, you can get the same difference, you can get the same end result with a lot less sodium. So sausages, although tasty and can be foods that you eat occasionally, the amount of sodium and fat in them makes it one of those foods that you want to have less often. Another source of protein is chicken. Chicken is affordable, chicken is lean, and chicken is easy to cook. You can start with a whole chicken, but most people don't take the time to cook a whole chicken unless it might be a rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken is an affordable, easy easy to eat, easy to use, go-to meal. If you take that rotisserie chicken, you might get 2-3 meals out of it depending on the size of your family. You can use the chicken as your main entree as a roasted chicken. You can chop it up for chicken salad. You can use it in chicken tacos. There are any number of things that you can do with that rotisserie chicken, and it's ready to go the minute you get home and you get more than one meal. Other quick ways of eating chicken is using the boneless, skinless chicken breasts. That generally comes, they run those on sale on a regular basis. It's a very lean source of protein, and it's also something that's easy to prepare. This particular package has 3 very good sized chicken breasts in that. This has 2 pounds of chicken, so you're talking about many portions when you're talking about 3 ounces of chicken. Another option that sometimes is a little more affordable is boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You get a little bit more fat, but it's a very palatable meat. You can use it any way that you use boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You can use it in whatever it is you might use chicken for, be it fajitas, be it tacos, be it just a chicken sandwich. Just because you buy a chicken sandwich at a fast food place doesn't mean you can't make your own at home. You're controlling your sodium, you're controlling your fat, and you're getting something that is fresh and easy to prepare. Often people like chicken wings. Chicken wings are something that do not contain necessarily a good amount of protein because there isn't really a lot of actual chicken meat in it. You have a lot of fat and you have a lot of skin. One of the things too, when you're talking about affordability, when you talk about chicken or you talk about beef, you're talking about how many servings do you get in every single portion. This particular package of chicken wings would give you probably 1 portion with 6 or 7 wings. For the same, for even less money with these chicken thighs, you could easily get 5 or 6 portions out of this particular package. And the same with the chicken breasts, where you would have 4 or 5 portions out of 1 package. So when you're shopping for meat, fish, and poultry, you're looking for how many servings are you actually getting out of that package. Although the package might be higher in price, if you get more servings per package, then that's what you really want to look for, is how many people are you going to feed out of that 1 package. The new dietary guidelines talks a lot about fish and seafood. The addition of fish and seafood to your diet is a good way to increase your protein without increasing your fat. There's a lot of different kinds of shrimps out there. Shrimp is pretty readily available, often put on sale, and it's really 100% protein and very, very little fat. The new dietary guidelines talk about dietary cholesterol as being less of a factor than perhaps thought of in the past. And even though shrimp might have cholesterol, it's a good source of lean protein. There's many sources of fish and seafood that are out there. This is tilapia. The tilapia has, these are individually wrapped, which is easy to just throw in your freezer, but it's also easy to take 1 or 2 out and bake it in the oven very simply. And it's a good source of lean protein. And we also have salmon, and salmon is a fattier fish, but it has healthy fats in the omega-3 fatty acids. And again, this particular package of salmon is individually wrapped. You take out what you need, you cook it from frozen. It gives you really good directions on the package, and it's an easy way to make dinner. We talked about canned seafood as well. We have pouches of seafood now. We have cans of tuna now. That pouches are very easy to tote, to take to work. Some of them have salad ingredients added to them. Some of them you could add to your own salad. But they're a good source of lean protein or of the omega-3 fatty acids in the case of the salmon. And then tuna, canned salmon, those are also really good, affordable sources of protein. Finally, when we're talking about dried beans or canned beans, you're looking at many varieties. Beans are a really good source of protein. If again you look at your nutrition facts panel, you can see that in one serving of beans, you have 120 calories and 6 grams of protein. So it's a very good source of protein, and adding beans to your rice, to your brown rice, is a good way to have a meatless meal. That's another suggestion to save a little money. Incorporate a meatless meal in your diet once a week, twice a week, and you'll save money on the meat that you're not buying, but you're getting a lean, good source of protein. When you're looking at beans in a can, you're looking at beans that have perhaps some added sodium as a preservative, so it's always good to rinse the beans before you use them, and you lose about 30% of the sodium that is added. You can also cook beans from dried beans as well. So, in our protein aisle, we have many sources of good protein, many sources of affordable protein. We have our chicken, we have our beef, we have our pork, and we have our seafood and fish. And these are good sources of protein as a part of Choose My Plate.